Nothing real extravagant this morning, but I wanted to come on here and do a corner store podcast episode and regretfully inform certain fans of this particular artist are going to be disappointed this morning. Um, D'Angelo, singer D'Angelo, uh, Brown Sugar fame. The single Brown Sugar has passed away today at the age of 51. Today or yesterday at the age of 51. Some of the details are kind of sketchy as far as I just heard about it myself. And I'm also starting some new work today. So that's the reason why it's a very impromptu corner store podcast episode. But with a heavy heart, I have to say that D'Angelo passed away today at the age or yesterday. I'm not sure. Like I said, I could look up the details to it, but D'Angelo passing away today at the age of 51. It's a lot of actors, actresses, music. A lot of people are leaving. A lot of people are dying. Me being 59 years old, it makes me count my blessings even more. And it also shows you too. And I don't know what D'Angelo's financial situation was before he left this earth. But the surprising thing to me is, well, first off, that only goes to show you, no matter what kind of career you have, through business, through music, whatever, entertainment, and you become a success, and you actually, have people who love you as well as make financial gains in that area from your art form or whatever you're doing. You can't take that money with you. We are not long for this world, and with a heavy heart, I have to say the passing of D'Angelo just goes to show you that, and at the age that he died at, which is 51 years old, which is really not that old in these days, seeing that everybody is saying that, we live longer. We're at the point where we live longer because of the strides we made in the medical field as well as in the exercise field and different supplements people can take to keep themselves going. I happen to take quite a few supplements, uh, heart healthy supplements, supplements that help your respiratory, oregano pills, all these different things that I take is to try to, and also try to do some exercise. I've probably been exercising more lately than I have in a long, long time, as well as stretching. A lot of people with don't think that stretching is really exercise if you do it correctly. You before you know it, you be like, damn, I'm tired as hell. After you just done some intensive stretching and just getting the blood flow going in your body. I'm one of them people. I can tell you right now, it's hard as hell when you get older and you haven't really been working out or taking an amazing care of yourself. Amazing care is when you just like every day you wake up, it's about activity and working out and doing what you're doing, and then coming home and getting a hot steam or a jacuzzi or something like that. A lot of these things need to be done in order for you to have longevity. And working out and just getting your body to move is one of them. And I'd be lying if I said I did all that all the time. It's not happening. So the fact that I'm still here at 59 years old is a blessing. But as I said before, D'Angelo is one of our great R&B singers. Came on the scene, if I'm not mistaken, I know it was in the 90s, but when he came out, he blew the hell up. I mean, he blew up. Brown Sugar was one of his big hits, and I mean that stayed on the charts for a long time. And so for D'Angelo to be gone at such a young age is just mind-boggling to me. But that just goes to show you we've lost Angie Stone in the last couple of years. We've lost a lot of people. Some through just accidents, some through their medical conditions. Uh, let's think about it. Our stars leave here tragically. 95, I believe. Yeah, you might be right. 95 was the year he blew onto the scene, and I mean, absolutely tore it up. Um, I think The bump in the road for D'Angelo as far as his career was the "How Does It Feel" video. Now, I don't know, I know bro was supposed to be naked in the video, and he got a lot of criticism. That video was really, really ahead of its time. That video was really ahead of its time. "How Does It Feel" by D'Angelo, and for him to do what he did and get so much criticism. I mean, he was supposed to be somewhat of a sex symbol, I guess, for the optics of the ladies. And when he did that video fell flat. It just did. It didn't resonate like he thought it would. And it kind of, after that, his career didn't nosedive, but it wasn't the same. It wasn't the same. A lot of pretenders, I wouldn't say pretenders, well, a lot of artists who were similar to him, I'd say pretenders because they were very, like Music Soul Child burst on the scene. And I think Joe had started to kind of climb. A lot of artists like that. What's the other guy? Maxwell came into the, fruition. And it's people like D'Angelo that keep R&B alive and well because we still listen to this music to this day. I actually have shorts on my Corner Store TV YouTube channel to give all of the R&B artists from back in the day till now their flowers. They deserve it. In actuality, that music should resonate today. It may not. It should be some form of R&B that's still going on today. I'm sure there is, and there are a lot of R&B artists that just don't get the same radio play or stream play. We need to get back to an semblance of when people would listen to the radio. I thought XM radio would do well, and then streaming came in and pretty much put XM radio or Sirius and all these different, companies like that in the toilet. Even though it was streaming, people just didn't feel like they had to listen to, or pay for no commercial radio. That should goes without saying. But radio, TV, or any of those genres don't exist without advertising. The same thing could be said about YouTube. If you don't have YouTube Premium, you finna get ads. If you don't have Spotify Premium, you finna get ads. That's how this shit works. It's never been about the art. It's never been about the artist. Think about TV. When you think about it, if you watch the 30-minute sitcom like Friends or even Martin for that matter, it's really not even 30 minutes of entertainment. It's only about 15 minutes because around it is all of the commercials. You only see about 5 to 7 minutes of the episode before it cuts to commercial. Obviously, it comes back, but you're really not seeing 30 minutes of programming. You're only seeing 15 to 12 minutes of programming and commercials centered around it. So it's never been about the art. And I hate to go from D'Angelo passing to talking about that, but that's just the facts of the matter. So someone like D'Angelo leaving here at 51 years old, and I would be lying if I knew the circumstances. I just heard about it. I was getting ready. So my first day at a new position that I just got locally in my area, which is a blessing because I'm also a YouTube partner and about to be a YouTube contributor. But we still got to make extra money here and there. So if you can get a job doing anything in what you like to do, in production or whatever, you better go and take it. So that's what I'm gearing up for this morning. Uh, but normally I would have a Corner Store podcast episode where, I probably have some sound for you in regards to, what I'm talking about. But it's such an impromptu episode, meaning, off the cuff. I heard D'Angelo passed, and I just had to talk about it. Shout out to the people on the chat. There's one person that was on the chat that had the time to, before whatever they're doing, had the time to speak on what I'm talking about. B. Taylor said no doubt and believe it was 95 in regards to when D'Angelo hit the scene. And I mean, he blew up. There's certain things that happen, like even Soldier Boy, you got to give him a props. When he came out, he blew up. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. If I was a one hit wonder, you talking about taking whatever money I'm making and investing it? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, you know, if you only got one single that's doing well, they're gonna make sure you know. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand. And the only reason why I'm bringing this up is not to say D'Angelo was broke or anything. I have no clue what his financial situation was before he passed. But D'Angelo, singer D'Angelo, gone at 51 years old. I have no idea why, but I think I'm gonna try to find out. Hold on. I think I'm gonna try to find out. I might even play this for you while we sitting here. Hold on a second. If I know anything, I can find the source of why. I can find out why he died. What were the circumstances behind D'Angelo's, the R&B singer's death? Let's see.
Well, this is a story that
Here we
I
go.
did not think I would be writing today. And, you know, life has a way of very unexpectedly reminding you of the unpredictability of things. Just things just happening out of nowhere that you are not expecting at all. And this one hits really hard. A lot
Yeah,
of
it
people
did.
might not realize and understand D'Angelo in terms of the power that he had on the genre of R&B
He
back in
did.
the 90s,
He did.
because he
Oh my
only had
God.
3 albums. I mean, and he was working on a fourth,
Working
but
on a fourth.
it is he's sort of this low-key, incredibly influential singer. And interestingly enough, from Richmond, Virginia,
He's from
attended
Virginia. I didn't know that.
Huguenot High School, attended and left, dropped out, went to New York to pursue a music career.
Wow.
The other odd tragedy of this is that he had a son with the late singer Jackie Stone, and incredibly, Jackie Stone passed away on March 1st in a car accident.
No.
Just a unbelievable
Not Jackie
tragedy.
Stone, Angie Stone.
And, you know, D'Angelo now learning that he passed away today of pancreatic cancer. It's an extremely difficult cancer to recover from. He had canceled a series of concerts back in May or June that he was supposed to.
Isn't that sad? It says here D'Angelo, Richmond, Virginia's neo soul genius who reignited a genre, dies at 51 of pancreatic cancer. Michael Eugene Archer, known as to the world as D'Angelo, was one of the most enigmatic and transformative figures in modern R&B. D'Angelo attended Huguenot High School in Richmond, Virginia. He dropped out in 91 and moved to New York and pursued what he would become an incredibly successful career in music. The sad news arrived today that the singer died in New York after a quiet battle with pancreatic cancer. I'm gonna tell you something right now, man. I've said this before and I'll say it again. We're not long for this world. We are not long for this world. And if you don't understand what that means you're only here for a short time. You might think the years are dragging on, especially if you're young. Most young people, most young people don't take life the way people that are, older do. Young people think they're gonna live forever. And I thought that too as a kid, and I'm still here by the grace. But to be honest with you, man, death, sickness, that stuff will creep up on you and take hold. You got to be taking care of yourself. I'd be lying if I say I take care of myself as good as I should. The pressures of the world will weigh down heavily on you. And I'm not saying that happened to D'Angelo, but we're talking about somebody. And if you notice, a lot of people don't notice this. D'Angelo at one time was in incredible physical condition. Hence the video I mentioned earlier, the How Does It Feel video. He thought that was going to really resonate with people, or with at least with the women. I don't think he really give a damn about what men thought. But it just didn't. It fell short. And I believe that had a profound effect on him. This is all speculation on my part, obviously. I don't know. That man probably was the most happiest person in the world. But I did notice he did get big. And if y'all had seen D'Angelo over the years, because he would perform from time to time, and some people would, videotape it and end up on YouTube or TikTok somewhere or something. Bro got big. He was eating well, living. He was living his life. He was a foodie. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen him lately, but the last times I saw any video on D'Angelo, he's looking pretty big. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not laughing at his passing or anything. I'm just saying I'm a big guy too, and I get it. You know what I'm saying? But God rest your soul, bro. You were one of the most magnificent R&B artists to have arisen in the '90s. You gave us a lot of hits. You gave us a lot of music to vibe to and to think to and meditate to, and also make love to when you really, really come down to it. But once again, D'Angelo, the singer, just like B. Taylor said, that jumped on the scene in '95 and set the world on fire and was on the charts for many moons, is now gone at the age of 51 years old from complications to pancreatic cancer. So sad, man. God rest your soul, brother, and be with God, man. Some other thing I wanted to talk about too, and I'm trying to remember what it was. Uh, God, there was something going on, and I hate that it escapes me right now because I definitely wanted to talk about it. I definitely wanted to talk about it, and I just can't think. It escapes me right now. Um, it really does. Uh, well, I'm gonna just go on to talk about a sports issue that's going on. You know, the NFL season is going right now, and I want to talk to you about a trade that was made by two teams. One of them being Cincinnati Bengals, and one of them being the Cleveland Browns. Everybody at this point should know the Cleveland Browns drafted Deion Sanders' son, Shador Sanders, third runner-up in the Heisman Trophy award for college football. He's one of the better players in college football and the top quarterback coming out of college. And he was summarily blackballed, not chosen in the first round of the NFL draft, but humbled and was chosen by Cleveland in the fifth round. He fell that far for a point to be proved that black men should not have bravado, confidence, and think well of themselves when nothing but Caucasian football players like Johnny Manziel, Johnny Manziel, Baker Mayfield, Arch Manning, who is the grandson of Archie Manning and nephews to Peyton and Eli Manning, NFL Hall of Fame quarterbacks, they don't get the same scrutiny as Deion Sanders' son. And what happened recently, the Cleveland Browns had a veteran Super Bowl quarterback by the name of Joe Flacco, who was in the first few games, the first 4 or 5 games of this season, has thrown many interceptions and didn't turn out to be the number one guy they needed. So they traded him to the Cincinnati Bengals because they're having quarterback injury issues. Now there's only there's three quarterbacks on the Cleveland Browns roster left. One of them being Taylor Zappi, Shador Sanders, and a kid named Dylan Gabriel, who was drafted ahead of Shador in the draft that just happened. And he's not even close to being as good as Shador. With that said, the coach for the Cleveland Browns should be summarily fired. His name is Kevin Stefanski. The owner of the Cleveland Browns does not want Shador. And I believe that there was some kind of bet. This is how crazy these owners are And remember, the real money that they have, the billions that their teams accrue every year, is like monopoly money to these motherfuckers. So if they want to blackball a kid, and they don't mind tanking and having a losing season, guess what? They're still going to make money because there's revenue sharing in the NFL. If a team is terrible, the other teams have to kind of kick in on, from what I understand, kind of kick in to help them out. You know what I'm saying? But either way, these teams don't decrease in value because they have losing seasons. They still cost and are as valuable as they were before. It's crazy, man. It is crazy how this works out to where they can blackball you to where you don't get to live your dreams and be the quarterback of a franchise and lead them to championships. If you're a black person, you're supposed to just come in and yes sir, yes sir, no sir, yes sir, no sir, yes sir, and all of that mess. But that's the world we live in. Remember, you're only as good as they want you to be. I don't care how good you are, they ain't gonna let you prove it. They're not gonna let you prove it. If you're not the right skin color, no matter how gifted you are, whatever you're supposedly doing, the only way that's gonna resonate is if you come out with a product and you black and you selling said product and everybody of every color is buying your product. Nobody can tell you nothing then because you're in command of your own existence. You're in command of your own thing. But if you have to go in and rely on somebody, even though you've proven you're good, but you got to rely on somebody and work for them, and they don't see you as the person that lead their company, franchise, whatever, they can summarily blackball you. It's happened in Hollywood. It's happened in every aspect when you have to rely on somebody else to give you an opportunity, no matter how good you are at that said thing that you're trying to be involved with. That's the world we live in. So I say take the bull by the horns. In that situation, Shador can only do one or two things. He can sit there and wait for his opportunity because it will present itself with the bastards they have at quarterback with him. It's going to happen. But if you're not trying to wait and you're trying to go somewhere where you supposedly could be wanted, and that could be nowhere in the NFL since they did you like this. You know, you could ask to leave or you could just say, fuck football. Because really, you're a smart kid. You got a great father. You could be a coach on his team. You can come to Colorado, make millions that way. They'll give you a great, great, great salary. You know they will. You're a Heisman Trophy winner. And people would love to see you on campus there because of what you did. You don't have to play football. I know you want to. I know you want to prove you can win the Super Bowl. You really, really will one day too, if given the opportunity, or at least come close. Because there's no guarantees. Uh, Tell that to Lamar Jackson. As close as he's come and as gifted he is, he ain't won it yet. Josh Allen, same thing. He's white and he ain't won yet. Patrick Mahomes, the only motherfucker out there winning all the time, other than Jalen Hurts, who nobody gives no props to. Jalen Hurts, bad boy. But that just show you. If you light skinned and you black and you down with whatever they feel, if you down with the program, they're gonna respect and love you and give you all kind of props. Jalen Hurts, a brother, a real brother with a sister for a wife. And he's a Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl winning quarterback. And he still don't get no damn respect. They still trying to say, oh, well, he this and that. All kind of shit. But that's the world we live in. Never forget where you live. You're in the United States of America and you on Earth. You can go to Europe and think you could flee this bullshit. Guess what? You're going to run into bullshit racism over there. So until we understand who we dealing with and how to approach the situation, this is how things are going to be. Yo, man, I got to get up out of here, man. I got a new day and a new gig. And I just wanted to touch bases with y'all. This is a short version of Corner Store Podcast with many others coming. I love y'all. Y'all stay blessed. It's raining out here in California. Be careful out here on these streets. It's your boy OMD300. God bless y'all. Y'all stay well, stay blessed. I'ma holler. Peace.